On Christmas, I showed up early to my in-laws' party and froze when I heard my husband say, "Madison's pregnant, I'm going to be." Can you imagine walking into a Christmas party and hearing your husband announce, "Madison's pregnant"? I'm about to be a father? My world imploded. But that gut-wrenching moment was just the beginning of discovering my entire life was a meticulously planned lie, a decade-long betrayal. And let me tell you, they had no idea who they were messing with. My name is Ava Sterling, and for 28 years, I thought I had it all. A high-flying career in Manhattan, a beautiful brownstone, a stable marriage. People looked at me, envied me, and whispered about my perfect life. But they had no clue about the invisible price I'd paid, or what it took for me to get there. My perceived stability? It was a house of cards, and on that fateful Christmas Eve last year, the blindfold finally fell. The betrayal wasn't new. It had been festering for years, right under my nose. I just couldn't or wouldn't see it. To truly understand that night, we need to rewind. I've known Jackson Miller, Jax, my entire life. Our parents were inseparable, the kind of friends who shared every holiday, every triumph, every milestone. My parents were Jax's godparents, and his parents, Carol and Charles Miller, my beloved Aunt Carol and Uncle Charles, were mine. It was a bond that felt indestructible, woven into the fabric of our lives over decades. We grew up together, playing in the same parks, laughing at the same barbecues. He was just there, a constant, before I even understood what family truly meant. But our lives were starkly different. My parents had means. My father was a successful entrepreneur, my mother a renowned architect. I attended the city's best private schools, had piano lessons, ballet, French tutoring. Our vacations were trips through Europe. We lived in a grand brownstone on the Upper East Side. Jax, on the other hand, went to public schools. His family lived in a modest house in Queens. Uncle Charles worked at a construction supply store. Aunt Carol was a medical secretary. They were comfortable, but without luxuries. Back then, as a child, those differences didn't register. We were just kids. But looking back now, oh, I see it. The way Aunt Carol's eyes lingered on my mother's jewelry, the subtle sting in Uncle Charles's jokes about our cars, our trips, our house. There was a bitterness there, a quiet resentment I was too young and too trusting to recognize. Then, when I was 16, my parents were ripped away from me in a car accident. One rainy October night, they were returning from an anniversary dinner. A truck lost control. Even now, 12 years later, a part of me freezes at the exact moment the police knocked on the door at 2 a.m. After the funeral, Aunt Carol and Uncle Charles moved into my house. They said they couldn't let me be alone, an orphan, a minor completely lost. They took me in, they were kind, and they promised I'd always have a family. At that moment, it felt like they saved me. Full story video added in below.